Yep, there we go.
We live, son.
We live. What up?
Live, son.
What up? What that?
We wilding out in the studio.
Yep. We got a special guest for this today. This is my man, aka Smuv.
Reggie Reg.
In the house.
In the building.
Good to be here. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah. We got a lot to talk about, so we got some questions for this man right here. Find out more about him, and then we're going to get into the current events. And I know y'all know what current events we talking about, so stay tuned.
And give us a few minutes to get y'all up in there.
Okay, I'm in the live. Share. And don't forget, cop that book, Subject to Change, the transformation through the power of perception. I need y'all to cop that. Need everybody to get a copy of that. Yeah. Trying to do it big, trying to help y'all out, man. That's weird. Mine's is doing that weird thing where it won't let me share. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Alright. I guess it was just searching for signal. Wi-Fi. I think I'm on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, let me see. You gotta cut mine off.
Just go mobile data for a while, so I'm gonna kill the Wi-Fi signal.
I can't even pull my memory up. Thumbs up, man. Let me get back out of this and go back in. That's weird.
Thank y'all for checking us out. Triad Hip Hop Podcast. We are in the building.
In the building.
Stay tuned. We get ready to get it cracking for y'all. Y'all hear that music right there? Y'all hear that? That's coming from yours truly. Smuv Reggie Reg.
Okay, there we go. And just like Windows, you close Windows, and then you open Windows.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Spisso. I get down with the crazy funky. Better watch out for us. Oh, okay.
Summer days getting smacked by waves. Pretty girls that wave. What up, boo? Carolina must be dying in the.
We got Raphael in the building. What up, Raphael? Dominic in the building. What up, Dominic?
Good, bro.
Lay it down, play it back, let me hear it rock.
No Dom will share that.
Yeah, share this with all your followers. Please share this.
Share.
Gotta stay relevant to make heat.
Check that out. Cop that book.
That's the aim for the
book.
To make joints as timeless and ageless. Tune in.
Okay, little scratch.
Tune in.
That's a little sample.
So low key, we unheard of. Me and Smuv create the perfect merge. I'm a killer, he make what I murder. Step to him wrong, I might murder. Stop the violence, break the silence. If you gripping that mic, drop silence. If you can't add up, take a minus. Grab a sheet, go to sleep, violence. Don't be surprised it sounds seasoned. We done been through the fire for a reason. Fall back and spring forward like the season. Stars better shining like the sequence. Fourth quarter better switch your defense. Sub in coach, the starters reason. The aim for our generation. Make joints that's timeless, ageless. Tune in.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Man said shining like a sequence. I don't know nothing about that.
Tune in.
I love that sample right there.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody really used his voice like that.
Yeah.
Especially from like that album.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's my man DJ Mix Styles on the ones and twos.
Alright.
I told her I put my love for my
Check him out.
friends, and I ain't trying to get pissed on, and it depends, so.
Yeah, that's coming from yours truly.
That's cool, I'm in the stew writing new songs. Don't bother me, I know her love ain't free, and it don't come with a coupon. You know me, I gotta say salute to all the pioneers who open the door for me to walk through. If it wasn't for you,
Alright.
I'd have no
Yeah, that.
Everybody else.
Salute to the pioneers.
So we out here.
Yeah.
That'll salute the pioneers.
Alright, everybody else, y'all gonna have to just catch us up and invite your friends. Alright, let's go ahead and get this going. Alright, sorry about that. And a little technical, you know how we, we got to strangle.
Beginnings.
Yeah, man, we got to strangle the,
we got to strangle the soundboard.
Yeah, got to strangle the spectrum, man. and everybody. So, Rez, let's go ahead and get this started, man. Excuse me, Smuv. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
So what made you start to go into like beats and stuff? Like what's what's your was it love, the passion of it, or what compelled you to go into it?
Yeah, I've always been into music, man. From the beginning, as a matter of fact, I got baby pictures from when my dad always put me with keyboards and stuff like that.
Wow.
So, and he used to have me say, you can sing, you can play the piano and stuff like that. And so then my mom and dad, like I said, they was always into music. And I guess, I just had always had a God-given ear for music and stuff like that. And just always being around pianos and music, stuff like that. It was just always in me. And, I used to daydream a lot. And it's like my daydreams always had like soundtracks to them. You know what I mean? And I used to write little rhymes here and there, which I don't really know what motivated me to write rhymes, but I just used to write rhymes sometimes. And just about little stuff that I knew about. And there was a group of friends, man, what really got me started was, they was doing their thing, rhyming and stuff. And I was like, I want to make beats. Like, it was just there in me to make beats and stuff. So I just went to Radio Shack, got me a little keyboard, and just started from
Radio
there.
Shack, rest in
Radio
peace.
Shack.
Rest in peace.
You just tapping the keys.
Y'all know that about that Radio Shack.
They was big back in the day, but couldn't last forever, I guess. The digital age pretty much killed it. Yeah. Just like they killed Toys R Us.
Yeah,
rest in peace, Jeffrey.
Rest in peace, man.
Jeffrey the Triad.
I'm gonna pour water on me.
That wood gonna swell up.
So your first instrument for making music was a keyboard?
Keyboard.
Wow, that's what's up, man. Yeah, I remember when I first got my first keyboard, I was like, wow, I could do so much because it had little drum beat there. Yeah. I was like, wow, I didn't know I could do all that.
Yeah, I used to hit that little demo button and go in here.
Yeah, man.
The Casio.
Yeah, man. Y'all know nothing about the demo, right? It was already programmed.
Right,
just
damn,
Yeah, all you had to do was just bob your head, shoot it.
Yeah, man.
That demo, right?
You're like, shoot, man, if I can record this.
Put this on the radio.
Right.
What's your drummer name? Demo.
Get a drummer song.
Right.
Yeah.
If y'all got some questions for Reggie Reg, so smooth, put them in the comments. We want to hear them. Let us know.
So, who else inspired you towards making beats? I mean, me being your friend, I know, big fan of Triad Called Quest.
Yes,
did they play some influence on you?
Oh, yeah. Well, when I first started really getting into music, my mom had bought these, DJ Jazzy Jeff and Fresh Prince, and that's when I started really listening to rap. But what really made me fall in love is Triad, man, because one day I was just at home playing 90.1, And that song Award Tour, we on the Award Tour
with Muhammad, my man.
Man, I didn't know nothing about who they were, the name of the song, but when I heard that track, I was like, oh my God, man, I got to get more of this, and that's what really made me start getting into the radio and making mixtapes off the radio, recording on my little dual cassette.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm saying
that. To do it,
yo. He done made me have a flashback.
Yeah, man. And I remember you mentioned this one time, like when you hear a dope track and you get that little tingling, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When I heard that joint, I was like, whoa.
That's how a real good track will give you that tingle. This is the one, man.
Man, I was like, I think yesterday, Notorious, well actually Puff Daddy, but Notorious B.I.G. was on there in Victory. Man, every time Biggie's like rapping on that shit.
What?
Yeah.
Man. Pull up the damn car.
Oh, man, I gotta drive.
That's B.I.G., man. He did it so big in such a small time frame, man. I mean, that's what made it so dope, because you basically you heard of him, I think, in 93, and then he dropped his album in 94, and then by 97, you know what I mean, he was gone. So it's how many rappers you know can make that big of an impact in such a small amount of time? You know what I mean?
It's really hard to emulate. It's really hard to emulate.
So,
definitely.
That's why he gets a lot of respect, you know what I mean? So, what kind of beats do you try to focus on? Do you try to do a lot of 808 bass lines? What are you trying to focus on?
Man, I try to switch it up, man. I try to have my sound, but I try to keep them guessing too. You know what I mean? I try to venture into, mostly I do hip hop, R&B. I love jazz. You know what I'm saying? Try to dabble into some alternative. You know what I'm saying? Heavy guitars. You know what I'm saying? And just try to just play with sounds. Like I'm just inspired by sound. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope, man. I mean, you gotta be versatile, because I think when you do get into that one lane thing, you know, everybody after a while, everybody's like, okay, we need something different. You gotta be versatile. Take a lesson, youngins. You gotta be versatile. You know, you don't want everything to sound the same. You don't want to do that.
Like 102 Jam,
right?
And all other
Take
all
a lesson,
the rest of
102
FM radio sound the same.
I was just thinking about 102 earlier. I was like, God, I want to support them, but I can't. I really just can't.
It was a time when, you know, people were behind them, and it was really. That was a different era. That's back in the day. Yeah. I was listening to it when I was coming up, but like, But you know, when DJ Polo came from Cool G Rap and when they came, it was like a different thing. It was like a different energy, man. Like the 20-minute workout. Yeah, man. That was good shit. But
it's like back in the 90s when you had so much good music, they couldn't help but play it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Now they just play what's pop culture. You know what I mean? It's not even hip hop anymore. It's pop culture.
Yeah, little pump, little Uzi, little get.
You know what though? The crazy thing about that, I don't think it's really what's popping, but I think it's what the media is selling. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? Because everybody says the same stuff. Like, bro, what happened? You know what I mean? Exactly. It's what they're trying to say to them.
Yeah, that's very true, man. It's the media supports it, because a lot of that new music. It puts a rift between us, you know what I mean? Because it's all about promoting drugs, violence, and the stuff that divides us. You know what I mean? It ain't enough of the stuff that brings us together. You don't got the public enemies no more who told you to stand up, for your culture. You don't got the Rakim Allahs, you know what I mean? And you don't have those. You got them. But you don't got them. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
They there, but they don't put. You gotta follow. You gotta look for them.
We had a good healthy balance back in the day. You had your lyricism, you had your consciousness, you had your R&B, hip hop.
Because you had your Tootsie Roll and all that kind of stuff back in the day.
But it was cool though, because it was cool to be like, it had the diversity. Right. 69 Boys, man, they good in my eyes, because it's like, everybody can't be like a Nas.
Right.
But, they found that middle. It
was a variety, You had your dance stuff, you had your conscious, you had, stuff that was talking about what's going on in the streets. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
now everybody is everybody is
I go to the store and get money. When I get the money, I go spit money. What? And what I do is spit like this. And another sucker's coming through. Man, let me go back. But let's talk about your top 5. I'm gonna do it different because since you're a producer, or, who's your top 5? We'll do the MCs, but who's your top 5 producers?
Top 5 producers.
There can be anybody.
It's a lot, man. I don't have it in a specific order. Let me try to think. I would say Q-Tip, going with Triad. Tim is definitely a big influence on me. Eric Sermon.
Oh, yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. Eric Sermon's the man, dude.
Pharrell, he's really good. I like Pharrell. And, man, it's going to cut. I know I'm going to think of it later after the live is over, man. I guess I'll go with, who else, man? It was somebody that I had in mind, and it slips my mind now. But I'm gonna just go with Dre. Dre was very important to the culture.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Dominic was asking who your biggest influences are, so I'm sure those are falling in line with that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely Tribe. Tim, his sound is a big influence. Cats like Common, Talib Kweli, stuff like that. So EPMD,
EPMD was people don't really forgot how important EPMD was.
Yeah,
like they were kind of like the Gap before like Wu-Tang came.
Yeah.
I mean they were really holding it down.
They were a big influence on me because I used to rap or whatever, and man, every time I heard their albums, I just knew I'm expecting greatness. You know what I mean? So it was like after the first album, Strictly Business, I was just like, okay, these dudes is fire. So I'm expecting everything to be good from here on, and they never let you down.
Right.
Even when they broke up and got back together, it was still fire.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So who have you worked with? Like maybe not everybody who you work with, but like who do you want to work with like in the future as far as like the beats? Like who's like your like an artist that like, hey man, I want you to get on this.
I guess like celebrity wise, I would love to work with Lupe Fiasco, Kendrick Lamar, Common, Talib Kweli. I know he's still doing stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. Most definitely.
So, I love to work with people like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I would love to see Talib come through here, man, because he don't come. I think he's come through here once, maybe since I've been living here.
Yeah.
But he don't come through enough, man. I need people like him. He came to that Blind Tiger one time.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he came there one time, and I missed it, but he was there. They be having some good little shows at the Blind Tiger, man. It's a small joint, but
they be going
in.
in.
Some good stuff, man. So what about as far as hip hop and lyrics? What made you want to do both? Not just produce, but rap as well.
I don't know. Every now and again, I get a 16 in my head, and you know what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, right.
I mean, I think if you listening to the beats all day, after a while, I gotta say something.
And after a while, after being around lyricists and people that's doing stuff, it kind of motivates me to, you know what I'm saying, to want to do something on that line as well. So, you know what I mean. So, it starts to come out when you get around each other. You know what I'm saying, and you bring it out of each other. You know what I'm saying. We all bring it out of each other. So.
Yeah, man. That's when you got a love for the music,
sir.
You know what I mean? You're not just doing it for the money. You know what I mean? The money's gonna come.
Oh yeah.
But you're doing it for that love. You get inspired just being around somebody who's doing something similar to you.
Yeah.
Man, that's dope.
You want to get paid too, but at the same time, it's got to be more than that. Cause you know what I mean? Because a lot of people, they get rich. But then they fall off, and you be like, man, how in the world? I hear this all the time. You be like, man, how in the world this person got X millions amount of dollars, and they out here on drugs and out of jail?
Right.
You know what I mean? You gotta have a purpose, man, more than just money. You know what I mean?
That's the truth, man. Sir. That's the truth.
Yes, sir.
And that's the thing, the whole thing, especially like with this culture now. You got everything is drug enticed. everything's money, so much materialistic. I mean, it's always existed in hip hop.
Right. Yeah.
But you know, what do you think as far as like, do you have a plan to change it, or do you have? I mean, or do you just want to just do something, or do you just like the guy like, hey, I'm in this lane, like y'all can do whatever, and I'm here. Like,
well, I mean, you know, I guess I'm not trying to knock anybody out the box or whatever. Like, with the stuff that's out now, if you like it, that's fine, whatever. But, you know, I think mainstream needs to be put back into the control of people. It was about, you know what I'm saying, with the people, like, you know what I'm saying, it's like, you know, call in, cast your votes, you know what I'm saying, what do you want to hear, you know what I mean? But now, you know, it's you know, they don't do that anymore, so I think, you know, music needs to be put back into what people want to hear, because, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, people may want to turn up in a club or whatever, but at the same time, you know, you got other people that, you know, like, you got these artists that aren't being put out, but yet they're selling, like, that's what people want to hear, you know what I mean? So, you know, just my goal is, you know, just to get it back into the hands of people, and, you know, and try to get some people that's trying to build their own thing, you know, get their own radio stations, their own, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and it's kind of funny that you mentioned that. You know, about a couple weeks ago, we did that whole thing about the Leon Cohen interview on the Breakfast Club. Yeah. And, you know, I think that's what you said is so important, because, but, you know, now, you know what I'm saying, we should be at a position now, especially like the celebrities and stuff, we should be doing our own thing. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't really have to be like, dang, we got to go to a label to do this and let them dog me out and they get money. You know what I'm saying?
That's really the way to go, is to do independent, even though it's a longer road, but it's still the better road. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the label, man, they'll control so much of your stuff, man. You won't have no freedom.
Yeah, because they'll be like, look, I did this for you. I did X, Y, and Z. I'll put you on the map. But at the same time, everything that you do, they own it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you doing the work.
Right.
It's like you pretty much on the plantation.
Right.
Yeah, go make that a hit.
Yeah. Make that beat, boy.
Go make that beat. Pick all them through them tracks. Try to hit them middleweights. Yeah. You know, I'm going with a wheel. Yeah. Yeah. Get the beat. Rich chill.
Yeah, man. Alright, I was checking to see if we had any more questions, but we don't right now. So, tell some people how they can find your music a little bit more. You know, let's promote your avenues and things like that.
Yeah, definitely. On Facebook, you can definitely find me through these guys.
Yep.
And if you look up So Smuv, it's SOSMUV. And, you know, for those lyricists out there, whatever, that's like SMUV, that's Smuv. Like, nah, that's smooth.
That's
Smooth.
That's smooth,
Yeah,
son.
smooth. But yeah, SMUV, So Smuv. You can go to Reverb Nation, reverbnation.com/So Smuv. You can go to on Facebook, search So Smuv.
Yeah, Instagram too, right?
Yeah. Matter of fact, you can just get on Google and just search SOSMUV.
Dang, you can get on Google. Hey, you Google fans. Google fans. Hold me to
Google him, son.
Big Google fan.
Google him, son.
Yo.
And also look for the logo R2 G2. That's my initials.
There you
R2
go.
G2.
Doing it big right there, man. Get your own logo, man. Step your game up.
Yo.
You want to be part of this.
Get Google famous, yo. Get where they searching.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I don't think we Google famous.
I don't
We
think-
gotta work on that.
We gotta get that. We're working on the
y'all
logo
get
right
there,
now.
bro. Y'all
You
get
know,
there. Yes,
we're working
sir.
on it. We're
We'll
working
make it
on it. But yeah, man, you know, this, you know, I'm just really glad that we can, you know, talk hip hop with you, because that's what we like, you know, be able to have that conversation and talk to people who are really have a love for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, if have you worked with any local artists as far as like doing beats for them and they rap or sing over it or anything?
As a matter of fact, it's a lady named Nikisha Wrights. She just came out with an album. She does. Hold on, let me get my playlist right. Give me a second.
Yeah, all that fire, and that's from Reggie Red. So
But,
smooth. So Smuv.
Nakisha Wright, she came out. She does poetry and spoken word. So and she copped like three tracks from my website. Okay. And so she just put out an album that's like she got spoken word on there. She does spoken word, but then she got some other people that sing and rap and stuff on there with her. So, and as a matter of fact, that came out like maybe 3-4 weeks ago, maybe. Okay. And she has a play at the Greensboro Coliseum September 30th. And that's based off of that album. And it's called What Fairy Tale, and it's a question mark. So it's actually what fairy tale? Like it's a question. You know what I mean? Pretty much talking about how, or at least this is my interpretation of it. How people may look at other people and it's like, oh, you're so lucky and you're so this and how they say the grass is always greener on the other side, but at the same time it's either one or two things. Either a yard requires yard work. What you know what I'm saying?
I always know something about that yard work.
Sweat goes into that grass. You know what I'm saying? Work goes into that. You know what I'm saying? Money goes into that. You know what I'm saying? So it's either that or that turf is artificial. You know what I mean? So
ain't got no artificial turf.
So it's like ain't no fairy tale out here. So it's like what fairy tale? What are you talking about?
Exactly. You know what I mean? So that means they're gonna be playing some of your music in the show.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up.
My man is doing big things, y'all.
Man, my man already Google famous, ain't he in a play?
Exactly.
And then check out my man James, J Ames, Jaims, James. I play his track at the beginning of the live. So, and we got a mixtape called The Progress Report.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of others, but for time's sake, you know what I'm saying, I just leave it at that right now.
Yeah, man. We appreciate you, always checking us out.
Yeah, thank you for supporting the show as well.
Yeah, I'm checking y'all out, man. Yes,
man, we might have to get at you to, get a little intro and stuff. We got a YouTube page now, finally. So we might need you to do a little intro or something.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely.
That's right. Check us out on YouTube, Triad Hip Hop Podcast, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all of that, and soon to be Google.
Yeah.
And Backpage. Don't check out Backpage. We ain't there.
Backpage. I heard Backpage got shut down, did they?
I don't know, did they?
Yeah, I heard they got shut down.
Well, check out Backpage.
We're on the front page.
Yeah, look, we on front.
I don't know about it, but that's what I heard anyway, Wow. I don't go up there, so. At least not this week.
Oh, man.
But yeah, man, y'all catch wind of some of these beats, man. These beats is hot, man. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
I can't even almost focus because the music is so good.
That red, man. That's smooth, boy. Nice with that joint.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
You can tell you've been doing it for a minute.
Yeah.
2001.
Yeah, I'm about to say how many years you've been doing it. So 2001. And let y'all know
that's
right
17 years.
Yeah.
That's
what's up, man. So what kind of goals do you got with the music? You got any musical goals?
Like I said, just trying to get variety back in the mainstream. Just trying to get some hope out there, man. I see a lot of people. Seem like a lot of people just kind of depressed, and you hear about more suicide. You know what I mean?
Man, that's what the music is.
That's what mumble rap will do to you. Just make you want to take yourself out.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's why they promote, though. When you think about it, it's good that you're saying this because that's what all they promote. Right. They promote like the Little Uzi Vert, All My Friends Are Dead, and then that other guy. I cannot think of his name, but they took that Sting sample. You know what Nas took. What he did The Message. But they kind of slowed it down, and it's like if you listen to the song, it's basically like emo song. Like if they put guitars and Kurt Cobain singing that, it'd be an emo song. Right?
Yeah,
that's really what it'd be, or like a grunge song. Yeah, from the '90s.
Yeah,
but the mumbles, all it is that trap music, new emo.
Right. Yeah,
and it's just like because our generation, we never like, we gonna kill ourselves.
Right.
I mean, we might dabble into suicide, but we never really, we never.
It's like I knew it existed, but it's not, not something that crossed my mind. It was
never suggested.
Right. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Just trying to get some hope, man. Trying to get some purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People just chasing money and women, but it's like, you know, once you get those things, you know what I'm saying? Those things aren't really fulfilling.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So.
I mean, they got people brainwashed, man.
Yeah.
And they got you always like this, right here.
Right
here.
Zombies.
It's like, so you do kind of become a zombie, you know what I mean? And so after a while, there's no emotion in you, you know what I mean? Right. So I don't want to be like that. You know, we all got one of these, but you don't want to be addicted to it so much that, you know, that's all you about every day. You know what I mean? Put this down for a few minutes, man. Right. Listen to some real hip-hop. Listen to So Smuv, man. You know?
Here, baby.
Check us out on Triad Hip-Hop. You know what I mean?
Then we're going to call him line 1. Trying to get a request.
What you said? You want us to be on Google? Okay.
Oh, word?
Yeah. That's what's up. We're going to be on there.
We're going to throw Google gang signs. I'm trying to make a G. I can't. Oh, yo, that's tight. That's tight. Yo, we having fun. Yo, little Mac.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh, you gotta go for the title, Mac.
Yeah.
You gotta get him.
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. But yeah, man. You got some more questions for Reggie, man?
Man, I'm just hanging, man. Red.
It's been a long time, man.
Yeah, I met Red in college, man. Smuv.
Okay.
Yeah, I met him in college, you know, through a mutual friend of ours, which is his birthday today.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Trey, if you look at this.
Old man.
Old man with your 3 kids.
Oh, man.
But we met through a bit. It's weird, too, because, like, what happened was when me and Red was in a class, like we was in a math class together.
Okay.
And then I think me and Trey happened to, but that's the other guy. We were just friends. We just met at the cafeteria. We just kind of hung out.
Right.
And then it's like, yeah, man. My thing was like, we was on Street Fighter, like, look, I'm gonna beat your ass. That's how we are. Yo, I mean,
like, you know how many people became friends off of that game?
Yo, for real, yo, that's how we was, man. It's like hip hop and Street Fighter. Like, I'm gonna hit you with that 1, 2. I'm gonna come to your house. I'm gonna play this and this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get up.
You literally just walk into the arcade. You see somebody playing it, and they've been playing it for a while, and they'll just look at you like, "You want to play with me? All right, cool." Yeah. Next thing you know, y'all friends forever. Man.
Y'all throw that quarter on there, like, I got next. Got next.
Put your quarters up, man. Y'all know nothing about that.
Oh, man. And actually, you know, happy 30th anniversary to Street Fighter, because, you know, Street Fighter, like, they just celebrated our anniversary this past Thursday.
Yeah.
30 years.
30 years.
Yeah, man. It don't seem like it's been that long, man. But, man, I was conversing with somebody about it when the anniversary day was there. He put a post up about it, and I was like, do you remember, and I don't know if y'all remember this, the original Street Fighter 2 that had the big buttons, that like whack-a-mole buttons?
No!
Yeah, wow. They have buttons the size of this right here.
Nah!
That's crazy.
And so it was like a blue one and a red one, so you had to hit them real hard. You know what I mean?
They're breaking up.
Right.
They don't hit my fist.
It made somebody mad.
It was dope, man. It was like, you know, you just wanted to play it because it was like these big buttons. You had to really just pound them joints. But I guess people got tired of doing that so hard. It was like, you know what? Let me just
break this up.
You can't drag it like that.
Somebody gonna mess up. Somebody really gonna mess up their fist. So yeah, man. So it's been a while though, man. But yes, y'all check out Smuv, man. And really, Smuv, we appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, man, definitely, man. We got to get into some current events too, man. Because there's been some stuff going on.
But you can stay with us. We can keep
hang out. Yeah. Definitely. Because we got some stuff to talk about. I'm sure y'all heard that Eminem dropped this new album out of nowhere, the Kamikazi album, and it's pretty much just like it sounds, a kamikaze, because he going to kill some people, and he like, if I gotta take myself out in the process, y'all going down.
I really like the art cover, because I mean, paying homage to the Beastie Boys, because that's one thing I liked about it. But I mean, you can definitely tell there's like different stuff in it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, I'm sitting there trying to look up a picture of that arcade game. I want to show y'all that. But yeah, but this album, man, it's crazy. I've heard a couple of songs, and everything I heard, man, he just goes in. He's called out quite a few people. He called out Charlamagne the God about giving him Donkey of the Day. He called out Machine Gun Kelly. I think that might jump off into something, because Machine Gun Kelly has already done a response video where he's kind of dancing around, just kind of laughing like, oh, okay, I heard. So I think he called out Drake. He mentioned Hopsin, but not in a bad way. He just mentioned Hopsin as far as people he's influenced
with the culture.
Right. So,
Hopsin's really influenced.
I say Hopsin's response to that.
Right.
He's like, yo, Eminem shouted me out.
Right.
Yo, Mom.
I would have felt like that too, just hearing my name, because I mean, Hopsin, he made a name for himself, but you know, to be recognized by somebody who you consider a mentor or whatever, that's dope right there.
That really is dope.
So, you know, and I mean, he called out some names. I mean, I'm trying to think who else he called out on there.
Joe Budden,
which I wasn't expecting, because I was thinking he was going to let that slide. But, you know, he called him out.
Joey gotta get it too.
Exactly. So,
Joey!
Little Zan, Little Pump, all of those little rappers he called out. You know, any of them, he pretty much went in on them, man. So what's y'all thoughts about this album so far?
I haven't had the chance to hear it. I only heard like that one song that you shared. Yeah. Real quick though, I want to say this: if those who have Sirius XM, Channel 43, Rockin' Bells Radio, right now, they're probably like 15 minutes in it right now. But at 3 o'clock today. Well, like I said, they're into it now.
You late.
Yeah, you late. You pretty much late. We don't want you to leave, but if you have to, I understand. But they're checking out Eminem. They're doing like a piece on him, the influence of hip hop with Eminem, LL Cool J's. Like I think he's asking questions, and there's a DJ on there. I think Zero Trip is doing the DJing, and yeah, I mean. Definitely check that out. I'm gonna try to check that out when I get out of here myself. So.
Yeah, definitely, because you know he's gonna talk about the album and you know what made him do what he doing and all of that.
And they'll probably have a replay too, just to throw that out there. They'll probably have a replay of the whole thing.
So I'm definitely excited to hear what he got to say. But stay tuned here. Don't go over there yet.
Yeah, don't go over
watch
there.
The replay.
Yeah,
stay right here.
Matter of fact, just catch the replay and just stick with us.
Right.
Yo, dang, yo, that
oh, wow. That was really
It's that original Street Fighter right there, y'all.
Yo, feel these fists.
We gonna feel these. I played that once or twice. Your arm got pretty strong doing all that all day. Oh, man. You really felt like you was fighting somebody.
Fighting that control.
From what I understand, the Kamikaze album has like 11 songs and I think 13 tracks altogether, but 11 actual songs. So he put out a pretty good amount of songs. You know, I was wondering if it was going to be like an EP.
Yeah, that's what everybody's doing nowadays.
Songs, yeah. So he put out a full-fledged album, and he ain't letting nobody slide. You know what I mean? So he went in. So y'all got to check that out, man. I've been looking at some of the reactions on YouTube, and people been going ham on it. Yeah. So I'm anxious. I got some copies. We're gonna listen to it after we sign off. You know, I don't want to get in trouble for playing it during the podcast.
Yeah, Eminem might just pop up. Eminem might just pop up.
Exactly.
Sorry, Slim.
My bad, Slim. Y'all be watching the podcast and the lights just go out. Like, oh, what happened? Snipers come through the window.
Oh man, your broadcast being interrupted.
Get a little red dots on me.
Dang, that's a dot on your head, Kurt. Right. That's a dot on your head too.
Right.
Oh,
we both just fall out.
Oh man.
So, but yeah, man, that sounds like it's gonna be a crazy album, and I think one thing I noticed I heard him say on one of the songs was that he feels like the last album, The Revival, was really a good album. A lot of people still disagree, but he was sitting there saying basically he still feels like it's a good album. I don't know. I mean, it's got mixed reviews, but I think the majority of the people are saying they didn't really like it. You know what I mean? So that's going to be up to y'all to judge, whatever y'all think. But go back and check that out too, Revival, and check out Kamikazi, because it's definitely a difference in, you getting Slim Shady now versus, Marshall Mathers or Eminem or whatever. You know what I mean? So, he back on that Slim Shady, trust me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I heard that song, the one that you shared last night, I was just like smiling, like, man, this is the him I want to hear right now.
Yeah, man.
Because, I mean, really, it's kind of like he was, and maybe that's the reason why he did Revival first and did this. Because maybe he had to wake up.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying, like
fully revived.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like an artistic thing.
Rehab.
It's like because I mean, you got to think about it. I mean, even some of the stuff he's saying on his on that song, he's talking about some of y'all ain't too smart to really get. Right. And I think what it is, and I really think what it is like, okay, maybe I'm playing with y'all. This is me being an artist. And I think what he's doing is he's going to show people, like, this is what an artist does. Not just a rapper.
Right.
Not just mumbling and making money. This is what an artist does.
It's about creativity. Sometimes you gotta go in a different direction. Yeah. And, because that's what art is. You can't just do the same thing. People want to see it. So maybe that's what he was trying to do. Just go in a different direction and see who would grab hold of it. And, maybe just didn't catch the buzz he wanted. You know what I mean? So either way, I still, I applaud him, what I mean, for coming back with this. Yeah. So.
I mean, and really, to be truthfully honest, man, I mean, you're so great. You know what I'm saying? For him to be great and whatnot, I mean, you're allowed to have a couple of bad ones. I mean, that's a whole lot of pressure for you being great. And it's like, you do something excellent, and it's like, okay, we got to top this one. Right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know how much pressure that is? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why he was saying, like, in the second album where he was talking about, I'm never going to be able to top what my name is. I mean, think about that. I mean, it's just like that pressure.
Yeah, man. They put you on a pedestal, and it's like, they want you to, I don't know. It's like people put you on that God type of level sometimes.
Yeah.
They hold you to that. So I don't think that's a good deal sometimes. Sometimes it can be good. Sometimes it's not. So it just depends on the person, I guess, man. Because I see some rappers who let stuff like that destroy them because they like, y'all put me on too high of a pedestal and now I can't match up to that.
And when they start getting into the opinions of the public, you know what I mean? Start letting that get to them, what people, saying you doing this or you not doing that, and they start, internalizing that, you know what I mean?
I think, to me, if you're a celebrity or some kind of famous music artist, movie star, anything, I don't think you should even pay attention to people's comments on YouTube and none of that. Right. Because that stuff will get in your head, and after a while, you feel like you're not good enough. Right. So I would stay away from it myself, man. Yeah. I know for me, because I don't want to hear what you guys say. Most times your opinion is wrong anyway.
Right. At the end of the day, it's an opinion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's not fact.
But it is what it is, man. But I'm definitely excited about the album, and we gonna listen to the whole thing. We're gonna share some stuff on Triad Hip Hop Podcast so that y'all can be enlightened as well. The main one I've been hearing is The Ringer. It's one called The Ringer. Man, he goes in on that one, man. He's got a bunch of them, but y'all gotta check that out, man. Look for that. I don't think you can find the whole song on YouTube, but you can find people reacting to it, so they playing it in the background. So definitely check that out, because it's hard, man. That's a dope beat right there.
I'm telling you, man. Smuv killing it, man. Smuv killing it.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah, man. We just want to be able to give you an outlet, and you know, you helping us too by having somebody to share this spotlight with.
Yep.
We definitely appreciate you, man. So we hope to have him on the show again soon.
Yep,
you know what I mean? We're gonna do it up even bigger next time. Bring some more music. We're gonna do more interviews. We got another interview coming up next week, so definitely look for that. We'll share more about that with y'all later on the page. So what else you got, man? You got anything else?
I think that's it for today.
All right. Well, I guess we can shut it down.
We're gonna shut it down.
One last time, cop that book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Reading is fundamental.
I'm telling you, reading is fundamental.
Nobody says that anymore.
Nah, I know, right? They don't want you, cause you know they don't want you to read.
Right,
You gotta think,
right.
man. They want you to be all dumbed out and stuff, man.
Yeah, man. And that's why, you know, this is another thing that gets people to stop reading.
Yeah.
And I'll never stop, man. I love it, man. I carry a book bag and I got nothing but books in there every day. When I go to work, if work is slow, I just pull out a book. You know, I'll be sitting there at my desk just reading. That keeps the brain sharp, man. I'm telling you.
You tell people don't read because people can't spell.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Spell check can't help them.
I know that. Shoot, it would be. I know you, and I'm writing all loud. I'm like,
Right.
I don't know, man. Like,
Oh, man.
I mean, I know we got our own subculture
Right.
and stuff. But
Right,
man,
right.
you gotta you can't go to no interview like that.
Yeah, man.
Just can't spell, bro.
Yeah.
Just can't spell.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I remember the first time somebody told me that I was yelling at them when I did all caps. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
I ain't never heard of that because I was like, you know, my eyes be bad sometimes, so I write in all caps when I type, and it's like, yo, why you yelling at me? I was like, what? Are you that sensitive?
Oh, man.
That's crazy.
Hello.
That's so mean.
You know, to this day, I still don't really agree with that all caps thing. That, you know, that's yelling at somebody. Sometimes that's just how people type. You know what I mean? So stop being so sensitive, man. The new millennium made a lot of people sensitive about that. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Typing too loud.
Right. I was at work. You know, I'm in a call center, and I sending a message to my supervisor, and she sent me a message back and stop yelling at me. I was like, what?
What you talking about?
I didn't even verbalize anything. I just typed. Like, yo,
Oh, man.
but it is what it is, man. You know, everybody, you know, they make up their own rules. So,
Yeah, man.
but I guess we can sign it off, man.
Man,
you know,
we
for
got
this
man.
week.
This sound like summer right here.
Yeah, that's a good summertime beat right there,
That's
man.
it. See, that's what I'm saying. Beats don't even paint no words no more. Everybody's like all them little 909s and all that.
Yeah.
Right.
This right here, this
That's
man, you go to the beach with
Right.
this
Music
boy.
by itself tells a story.
Yeah.
You can do a cookout with that.
Yes, sir.
Barbecue.
Really?
Family dancing around. Everybody just doing their thing.
Yeah.
You know, auntie over there dancing. Your crazy uncle over there dancing.
Boy, let me tell you about this good food. Boy, you ain't ready for this, boy.
Watch out there, man.
Boy, you don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about that.
You don't know right about that right
Yo, man, but that was the best time, man. You don't have enough of that no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody just communicate right here. You know what I mean? It's like, you know,
No.
you can be sitting right across from each other and just message
Right.
you. Oh, got a message back.
Right.
Nigga, say something.
It was like when what was it? Was it Don't Be a Business about drinking juice in the hood?
Yeah.
But they was at the beef on the
Right.
They had the
yeah.
beef joint.
Yeah.
And my man like, are you ready, bud?
Oh, man.
wow.
Yeah, that's real now.
Yeah.
That was a joke then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It's pretty much real now, man.
Yeah.
It's a shame, but it is real. So, you know, you gotta not let yourself get addicted to your phones, man. That's why, like, you know, everybody put their whole life on these so that when somebody just say, well, let me see your phone record, they're like, whoa, don't touch my
Right,
phone.
that's my diary right
Right.
there. That's my journal.
Yeah, I
It's
got
like,
Man, they got naked booties up in there.
I don't even care, man. I don't really got nothing to hide, so somebody can grab my phone and be like, let me see it. Oh, go ahead. You know, I just sit there and be like, all right, go ahead. I don't really got nothing to hide, you know. So, you know, it's called erase. You know what I mean? Erase.
Right. Or storage. Storage. Remember that word, kids. Storage. Storage. Terabyte. But
that's a good beat right there too.
Yeah,
you can tell a story on that one right there.
Yeah, y'all need to get these beats, man. For real, man. Oh, that right there. So anytime you have a violin on that, I mean you made it.
Yeah.
Violin. Oh, yo,
James, like
yo.
I hear that bass line. That violin with that bass line. Oh, that's dope right there. You could really just kill that, you know, somebody who got real lyrics.
Man, I must be out of my mind. Speaking like I'm running out of time or running out of money. So I be writing $1 million rhymes. Overcompensating for the lack of dollars and dimes. Time is money and my dough running low. So I ain't got a lot of time to talk to weirdos. My ears closed. Speak to me through action. Jackson, I'm getting winning shot. John Paxson, I get it in. I'm going hard to the finish.
Progress report.
Y'all check that out.
Free. Thatpiff.com. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of artists, man, be using that piff, man. That's it right there.
Yeah, they got some good stuff. Actually, I need to put that back on my phone. I had to get rid of it because of space.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to get a new phone and get better space to it.
You know what? Y'all ain't ready for all that, man. That's dope right there, man. We giving y'all too much.
That's too much.
Y'all should be paying for this.
Yeah, so he give me too much. Be Google famous.
Y'all should be paying for this episode, man.
Google famous right there. Yeah, he doing y'all a favor.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, man. I guess we can sign off, man. You know, we don't want to give y'all too much. You know, we're going to have a part 2 for this, you know, in the future. So be on the lookout for So Smuv. And for Triad Hip Hop Podcast, it's your man Kirk.
And I'm Howard.
So Smuv. So Smuv the General.
What's up?
We're going to do it up again soon. Hey.